So short week here. We've got a lot of meetings, a lot of walkthroughs. We'll continue to have that over the next 2 days to get ready to play Philadelphia, 4-1 team. Playing good football. Had a lot of good games offensively. Hurts, he's a winner. Been a winner his entire life. Saquon, 2 receivers they got. Dynamic receivers on the perimeter. Bookend tackles. Very good offense. They can run it. They can throw it. So it'll be a work cut out for us defensively. Coach Fangio, done this a long time. Has a lot of good football players. Jalen Carter starts there at the inside defensive tackles, hard man to block. Jordan Davis, another one. Really good young defensive backs that they have that are premier, I'd say, defensive backs in this league already in his second year. So it'll be a challenging game. Look forward to it. But got a lot of work to do here relative to our jog throughs over here the next 2 days. Spent a lot of time doing that. Had extra meeting time. You cram a lot in this short week. Injury-wise, what we got here? Slayton would not practice today if we were having a normal practice. Illuminor would not. Flanagan, Foles, and Bozeman. So we'll see where those guys are at by the end of the week. Bozeman.
How's Jackson? He was on the injury report. Will he be good for Thursday?
Tracy do more today, you think? Or?
Well, we're doing a jog through, so if we were practicing, he would do more. Yeah. So I'm hopeful for Tracy.
What about Slayton and Illuminor just not being able to practice today? Put them as like long shots, would you say, first?
I'd say we'll take it all the way up to the end, Jordan, like you usually do on short weeks. See where those guys are at, what they can do.
Is Jackson's hamstring, is that like from week 4, or is this something new that picked up?
Yeah, he'll be okay.
How do you work the balance between Tracy, if you can play in camp? You haven't really had both going at the same time.
Again, we'll see where Tracy's at. Hopefully he'll be able to do something on Thursday night. We'll use both of them. We'll use all 3 of them.
You're obviously very familiar with Saquon. What he did last year, his numbers are certainly down this year. He's not even carried there 6 times. Do you look at that and say something there, or do you say no, it's Saquon?
Yeah, I look at their offense, and they have premier skill players, good offensive line, and an exceptional quarterback. So whether they want to throw it to Smitty or AJ, that's a challenge. They want to hand it off to Saquon, that's a challenge. Goddard at tight end. They got a good roster, a lot of good players, and he's one of them.
How much would you expect after a game with 6 carries that he's going to get a lot in this game?
I think you got to prepare the best you can. You don't know how they're going to play. Obviously, they played a certain way last week. They played a little bit differently, I'd say, weeks before that. But stop and run will always be important. I'm sure they want to get him the ball as many times as they can. I'm sure they want to get AJ the ball as many times as they can, Smitty the ball as many times as they can. Goddard, they got a lot of good football players. Whatever they choose to do is what they're going to do.
There's been a lot of talk down there, Brian, about AJ's usage so far this year and lack of targets, lack of yards. Do you pay any attention to that, where there might be a more concerted effort to get him the ball, or can you just you can't focus on that at all?
Yeah, you watch all the games, and you watch him when he's out there get open, big, strong, fast, has good hands, can run any route you want him to run. I'm sure they can throw him the ball as many times as they want. That means Saquon doesn't get it, or give it to Saquon, and AJ doesn't get it. There's one ball. They're all really good players. Smitty, I've been around Smitty. I think he's an exceptional receiver too. So I think I'm sure whatever they want to do or think they need to do, that's what they'll do. You have to watch the tape. AJ's open a lot. But give it to Saquon, and he's got productive yards. You run his own read or throw it to Smitty, there's another thing. There's a lot of weapons, I would say, on that offense. And whatever they choose to do is what they do.
What have you seen from Marcus, like in the event that Jermaine is not able to go? How's he looked?
Yeah, he's done a good job. Yeah, does a good job. Knows his stuff, is on top of his stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I think Jermaine will be okay.
Dave, when you look at guys, young guys, I'm thinking Jackson and Cam specifically, all the work you put in pre-draft, once they get here, the time you spend, there's a difference though to see how guys are going to react to adversity as opposed to maybe a Darius Slayton who you've been with for years now. What have you seen from Jackson and Cam over the last 48 hours? Seemed like they, took Sunday, on their shoulders, took responsibility for it. How have they responded?
Yeah, they're true competitors. I love that they're here. I include Abdul in there, DA, a lot of the young guys that are playing. They all have the right makeup. I have a lot of confidence in all those guys.
What have you seen from, you mentioned Abdul, his first 5 games here, what have you seen?
Yeah, he's played a number of spots. I think he's been productive in terms of getting pressure, getting into the backfield. It's a hard guy to block. He's had a number of pressures on the quarterback. Smart. Again, he's played a number of different spots for us. Right mindset. He's a good young player.
Is there sort of a next step to him to making impact play, splashy stat plays, sacks, tackles,
I
losses,
don't.
turnovers?
Yeah, I don't really think he's got a limit in terms of his ability, and again, getting pressure on the quarterback a number of different ways, dropping into coverage if we needed to, playing inside linebacker if we need him to play. True team player and a very good young player.
Obviously, the tush push is the big weapon. Then you guys voted against it. What was your basis to vote to ban that?
Yeah, we're just getting ready for it. So they do a number of things off of it now. Been productive for them. So again, there's only walkthroughs right now, but we got to do a good job of trying to defend it.
With young quarterbacks, obviously, it's often said tight end is the best friend. What do you see with how Jackson Dior and how is that working so far?
Did you say the tight ends?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Quarterback's best friend. Like, how are you seeing Jackson and Dio connecting?
Well, I'd say for any rookie quarterback, someone that can get open is one of their better friends. Whether it's a slot, whether it's a receiver, whether it's a running back. They have a good relationship. I'd say off the field, I think they got a lot of confidence in one another. I know Jackson trusts Theo as he does Belly. So we'll try to keep that going and get some other guys too.
What roster moves as receiver with Slate likely out?
Well, let's see where Slay's at. If Slay can't go, then probably do something here. But just want to see where he's at here in the next couple days.
Internal would do something, or?
Yeah, probably.
You mentioned you felt good about Illuminor. You seem like you feel good about Tracy. Do you have those same feelings about Slayton, or not sure?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty. We only got a couple days here. We're going to give him all the way until the end. But if he can't go, he can't go. And if he can, great. We're good?
Brian,
Thanks.
I guess just every time we play the division, but
Yeah.
does your need for winning the
Division continue to rise as you're already 0-2 in the division.
Yeah,
right now?
big game against a division opponent at home Thursday night against a team that's a really good football team, 4-1. We have to be locked in and ready to play good football.
Is there anything about a rookie quarterback playing his first division game? I mean, it's the next game for him, but you hope he's going to be here for a while and have to play these guys twice a year for a long time.
Yeah. A lot of firsts for Jackson. So short week, division game. We've got to get him ready to go.
Brian, what did you think of Scadaboo clapping for new gloves after the fumble? Did you have a problem with that? Did you review that at all?
Clapping for new gloves. I'd say, look,
He was yelling to the trainers, like, get me new gloves.
Again, Scat's a competitive guy. I know he takes that one to heart, as you've asked. Do a good job of protecting the ball. I got a lot of faith that he will.
Brian,
You don't have an opinion on that?
Just keep on working ball security.
Brian, when you guys started Dart the first game against the Chargers, the offense looked different. It was kind of a bit of a change from the way that it looked with Russ. Now that there's been 2 games of the offense and additional film out there, I imagine some teams are going to be more prepared for that style. How much do you change and adapt what you're doing with Jackson now as the weeks go on?
I think you do it every week, Connor, relative to who you're playing. But again, as he plays more, there's truth to that. There's more tape out there. There's more studying from coordinators, from players. So you're constantly trying to evolve what you're doing.
Can you add more? Like, because he's.
Well, it's a short week right now.
I mean, in general.
Yeah, right now I'm focused on this week against the Eagles, which is a short week. We've been at it pretty good here, and we'll do the things we need to do to try to be successul this week.
Brian, the last couple of weeks in the league, there's been guys dropping the ball, before they get to the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, you surprised that still happens? And as a coach, do you show that? Do you, what's, obviously you don't want to see that happen.
Yeah, no, we have a tape each week, usually Saturday mornings from plays around the league. A variety of things, situations, challenges, penalties, decisions. We have we go through a tape on Saturday morning, try to cover our basis with things that have happened throughout the league so that it doesn't happen to us.
Are you safe to say a guy dropping the ball is something that is, every time that happens, you show it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure probably every team does that. Yeah.